Up next on Live It Up, all the way from Hawaii, it is Steve, and we're going to be talking about energy. Hello, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
I was so happy when we first talked on the telephone, and I've learned so much. What's changing in the energy realm right now? What's going on with energy?
Wow, everything's changing.
Okay.
You imagine trying to explain a smartphone before there was ever smartphones. Everything, the way we use energy, the way energy moves around, the stakeholders, the role players, will actually be business partners with our utility, where the utility is going to pay you to help keep the grid healthy, deliver energy to the grid at specific times, and take it off of the utility grid at specific times, make your own energy, store your own energy. You'll actually be able to participate in new open markets where you'll be able to sell electricity into the utility grid, but not to the utility, maybe to a neighbor or a company in Manhattan or New Jersey, directly getting paid by that company. So it's a pretty exciting future over the next 10 years.
What changed? What put the power back into the hands of the people? What technology changed, or who spoke up about it, and how did that, wave happen?
Yeah, that's one of the top questions. Just about every single thing has changed. I was just making an analogy to the music industry. 150 years or 100 years, the music industry has always operated only one way. And because of technology, everything changes. It's everything, there's a lot of new things possible. And that's what's happening with energy. So, there was only 150 years ago, the first electric grids were built. They would make the electricity in one place and they had to get it to people who were using it. Well, now you can make electricity anywhere you want and you can store it anywhere you want. And with new technologies that our company delivered to solar contractors, utilities, and energy service companies, they can actually in real time manage that energy and keep track of what went into the utility grid and who's buying it out, and storage, what individuals and companies are doing to help support the grid and be properly compensated for those services. So we're going to see over the next year or two and over the next 5 years where energy consumers are actually business partners with their utility.
And so what you created, or you helped develop, is actually a communication between what's actually happening and using a software, computer technology, to kind of almost keep an accounting of things for people, like what's been used, how is it using, where's the efficiency, where's the cost savings happening. Is that kind of how it works? Like a content management system almost?
Similar. So there's only been a need for a meter on your home or business, and it keeps track of it has kept track of the amount of energy that you use. Now there's much more sophisticated technology being attached to businesses and homes, like what we develop, and it keeps track of what loads are being used and when they're being used, and the most optimum time to run them, and how artificial intelligence is making decisions on turning on an air conditioning system or a forklift charging system or a compressor to make sure that it uses the most cost-effective energy it possibly can at that particular moment, whether that's solar energy or stored energy, or is it a particular time of use. And people are going to be able to save as much as possible. They're going to be able to actually make money making and saving their own electricity and selling it to other people.
It sounds fascinating to me. And I know that you based this originally out of Hawaii, but you also have something now on the East Coast as well, correct?
Yeah, we have offices in Hawaii. It's one of the most challenged utility grids in the country. Energy is the most expensive there. That's where the technology was developed. We have offices in California and here in New York. Those are the top 3 markets that are very committed to these new technologies and this open energy market.
And who would be a good client for you? Who is challenged by a certain situation? Is it a corporation? Is it a mom and pop shop? Like, who could best be serviced by what you're offering right now?
It's one of the exciting things about our industry is that every single company, every single home uses electricity. So there's really no limit to our customers. Solar contractors that define, install, and support home energy systems, companies, corporations, manufacturing plants, utilities are our customers. And there's a new player in the market called energy service companies. And these are companies that actually buy and deploy these technologies and then work as utility proxies to sort of orchestrate all of these new technologies out there to deliver electrical services to the utility. So we're going to see in our lifetime where the utility isn't building generation facilities anymore, they're just maintaining the grid. And anybody that has compliant electricity can just put it on. Yourself, for example, at your home, could just sell electricity into the grid, and it wouldn't be the utility buying it. It would be an open marketplace where you could get paid by the highest bidder for your electricity.
So you're a pioneer in the new energy frontier.
Yes.
Ah, excellent. What do you love best about what you do?
It's unexpected. We just don't know how big and how fun this is going to get. As I said earlier, imagine trying to explain how a smartphone worked when there was only flip phones. You know, people would ask you, well, is it a music device? And you'd have to say, well, sort of. We don't yet know what a smartphone's going to be able to do.
Expanding our universe.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Steve, for joining us.
Oh,
Looking forward to knowing more, and it's eGear, right?
It is.
eGear. All right. You can check them out online or reach out to us via email, and we hope that we brought you some value and that this is going to make a difference in your life.